Hi my dear students, this is Prasanna, your maths tutor. Dear students, in the previous video, we have solved the exercise 5.1 based on measuring line segments. So in this video, we are going to learn a new concept, that is right angles, straight angles and complete angles. So before getting started, let me remind you the meaning of angles. So angles are formed when corners are formed. Keep this in mind. So at the same time, angles are also formed when two rays meet at one common point. So this is all about the angles. So let's get started now without wasting time. First we can learn the right angles first. Okay. So imagine that it's a layout, right? So usually such kinds of layout are seen in big cities like Ilkal, then Bagalkot and Bangalore as well. So layouts are the lands, or it's an area where some houses are built very systematically. So you will find some systematic roads there, and you will find some street lights there. So that is what the layout that you usually see in big cities, whereas in slums you will not find some systematic houses. So that's why layout is an area where some systematic houses are built. So at the same time, and it is also the habit of the people who are living in such apartments or such layouts, they will usually go to jogging in the morning. They like to jog in the morning. So here we got 4 apartments, namely first apartment A, second apartment B, third apartment C and fourth apartment D. So here we got a person and his name is what? Jagannath, right? He has started from this point and he likes to jog in the morning. He has started from this point and he keeps on jogging by taking this way, and he will make his first turn towards the left side, means he will make a left turn, and he keeps on jogging, and again he will make his left turn again, and he will continues his jogging. He continues his jogging, and again after reaching this point, and he will again make his left turn, and finally he will come and again one more, by making one more left turn, finally he will join his original point. And you might have observed that, dear students, while he was jogging, he has covered some angles. Do you know where he has covered some angles? As I said, angles are formed when corners are formed. See here, first he has started his jogging from this point, and see here he has turned here, which means a corner is formed here. So when the corners are formed, then automatically angles are formed there. So see here, this highlighted portion shows that he has covered some angle. Then at this corner also he has covered some angle, right? Then at this corner also he has covered this much angle, and after making his last turn towards the left side, so here also he has made, means he has covered an angle. So you can call such types of angles are called as, you can call such types of angles as right angles, because the angles that he has covered while jogging are equal to the 90 degree. If the measurement of an angle is equal to the 90 degree, then such angle is called as right angle. So he has covered how many right angles? First right angle, second right angle, third right angle and fourth right angle. So he has made one complete round around all these apartments, means in one complete round he has covered how many right angles? 4 right angles, and the measurement of each right angle is how much? 90 degree. Okay, let us go for the straight angle now. Imagine that the same person, that is Jagannath, he is going to jog from this area now. So he wants to jog from this area, right? From this point. And this time he is going to start his jogging from this point, and he makes his way like this, and he will finally reach this point. And can you tell me how much angles he has covered? So for this, again we have to use the knowledge of right angle. See here, his path is very straight. So let's make his path because his path has been divided from this way as well, so that his path has divided into two parts. So here also we got one angle, means one corner has formed here, that's why here we got one right angle, and here also one corner is formed, and there also one right angle is formed. So which means from this point to this point he made his jogging, right? So after covering the distance from this point to this point, he has covered indirectly two right angles. So one right angle is 90 degree, then two right angles means 180 degrees. So here this is the first right angle he has covered, and this is the second right angle he has covered, which means totally he has covered 180 from this point to this point, 180 degree. If the measurement of an angle is 180 degree like this, then such angle is called as straight angle. Okay, let's go for the complete angle now. So as I said, let's come back to the same person, that is Jagannath, where he traveled, where he jogged for the first time. So here he jogged for the first time. This is his way. First he has started from this point and he jogged like this, and he took the first turn, and again he jogged until this point, and he took his left turn, and again he jogged at this point, he reached this point, and again he took his left turn, and finally he has reached this point, that is original point. As I said, he made one complete round around these all apartments. So which means he has covered how many right angles? He has covered 4 right angles. So 4 right angles means what is the total sum of, or what is the sum of these all 4 right angles? That is 360 degree. So when you make the complete round about this apartments, about these all apartments, then you have made one complete round about this. So that is why you have covered 360 degree. So if the measurement of an angle is 360 degree, then such angle is called as complete angle. So to understand this even more clear, just imagine, I think many of you might have seen the clock, wall clock, especially wall clock. So in the wall clock you can see that usually the shape of wall clock will be the round, right? And usually we have some markings in the wall clock as well. So the 12, and it is 9, 6 and 3, and we have some hands in the clock. So one hand will show you the minutes, and another hand will show you the hour, right? So here both hands are facing towards 12. Imagine that your minute hand, see here, your minute hand is facing towards the 12 and your hour hand is facing towards the 3. Now tell me, what is the time? What's the time? So you can say that the time is 3 o'clock now. Then if the time is 3 o'clock, then what angle it has covered? Absolutely, it has covered 90 degree, which means if you make a complete round around this circular shape, around this circular clock, then see here, if you make one complete round around this circular shape, then you can say that you have made one complete revolution, means one complete round about this wall clock. So that, but you haven't made one complete revolution here. First this hour hand was here and it has just moved like this, so that you have covered only 1/4 of the revolution, 1/4 of the complete revolution. Then if your hand is, if your hour hand facing towards 6, then how much angle you have covered? So first it has covered 90 degree when it was in 3, when it was towards 3. Then now the hour hand is here, means from this point to this it has covered another 90 degree, means another 1/4 of the revolution. So now it has covered, see here, from this point to this point it has covered half revolution, right? So that half revolution means 2 right angles. So 2 right angles mean 180 degree. So one right angle mean 90 degree, that is 1/4 of the revolution. And if you cover 2 right angles, that will be half of the revolution. So half of the revolution always equal to the 180 degree. So let us imagine now, right now our hand is facing towards 9 o'clock, 9. So now how much angle you have covered? First you have covered 90 degree for the 1/4 revolution. Secondly you have covered another 90 degree for the half revolution. Now you have covered another 90 degree, another right angle, and now your angle from this point to this point, how much? 270 degree. So it is 1/4, this was half, and this is 3/4. So 3/4 of the revolution will represent 270 degree. Then finally if you make another right angle, or if you turn another 90 degree, now our hand will reach exactly here, means it will face toward, it will face towards 12 o'clock. Now you will cover another 90 degree. Now you have started from this point and you have covered this much angle, and finally you will reach your original position, which means you have made now one complete revolution. So one complete revolution means 4 right angles like in this case, and 4 right angles means 360 degree. So 1/4 of the revolution means 90 degree, that is one right angle. Then half of the revolution means that is 2 right angles, that is 180 degree. Then 3/4 of the revolution means 3 right angles, that is 270 degree. Then one complete revolution means 4 right angles. So 4 right angles mean it is 360 degree. Well students, now we are in the exercise 5.2, and your first question is like this: what fraction of the clockwise revolution does the hour hand of a clock get through or turn through when it goes from 3 to 9, 4 to 7, 7 to 10, etc. Right? So let us try to understand clockwise revolution first. See, if the hour hand, it may be hour hand or it may be minute hand. So if the hand of a clock moves from this point and moves in this direction, or if it runs in this direction, that is what? Clockwise revolution. If the same hand of the clock moves in this direction, exactly opposite to that direction, that is what? Anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Now the meaning of the question is like this: if the hour hand moves in a clockwise direction from 3 to 9, then what fraction of the revolution will it covers? So that we need to find out. First thing is that it has started from 3 o'clock and it has reached 9 o'clock. So from 3 it has started, and what is its end point? Its end point is 9, means it has covered this much angle from this point to this point. See here, from 3 to 9, indirectly it has covered 2 right angles, right? So this is the first right angle and this is the another right angle. So 2 right angles means it is 180 degree. So 180 degree means it is half of the revolution. So total revolution is 360 degree. The 180 degree means half of 360. So half of 360 means it is half of the revolution. So if the hour hand moves from 3 to 9, then it has covered, or it will be covered, how much revolution? Half of the revolution. So right here it is half of the revolution. Let's go for 4 to 7 now. So 4 to 7. So where is your starting point now? Your starting point is 4, correct? The starting point is 4 and your end point is 7. Now look at here, 4 to 7. When your hand of the hour moves from 4 to 7, so it will have covered a 90 degree. So 90 degree means only 1/4 of the revolution. So 4 to 7 is 1/4 of the revolution. Next, 7 to 10. So your starting point is 7 and your end point is how much? 10 it is. Okay. So this is your end point. See the angle? What angle it has covered? So it has covered 90 degrees. See here, from this point to this point to this. So it has covered another 90 degree. So 90 degree means it is only 1/4 of the revolution. So 7 to 10, what fraction it has covered? It has covered 1/4 of the revolution. Next, 12 to 9. So your starting point is how much? 12, and your end point is how much? Your end point is 9. Okay, let us mark them. 12 to 9. So this is your starting point. So yes, you can see that the length of the hour hand is looking so longer, but let it be, no problem. So 12 to 9. So okay, let us make both equal, then only there will be no confusion at all. Okay, now this is the moment, means the hour hand has moved from 12 to 9. Okay, imagine from here to here it is 90 degree, from 3 to 6 another 90 degree, correct? See here, just imagine, from 3 to 6 another 90, from 6 to 9 another 90 degree. So totally how many right angles it has covered? First right angle, from 12 to 3 first right angle, from 3 to 6 another right angle, and from 6 to 9 another right angle. So from 12 to 9 it has covered 3 right angles. So 3 right angles means 3/4 of the revolution. So 12 to 9, 3/4 of the revolution. 3/4 of the revolution. Next, 1 to 10. So your starting point is 1 and your end point is 10. Okay, let's go for the starting point. So starting point is 1 and your end point is 10. So 10 is here. So some of you might be saying that answer is 1/4 revolution. You are wrong, because you are thinking in this direction. So this is anti-clockwise. So start from 1, which means from here to here. So this angle we need to, or that portion we have to guess. So see here, just exactly opposite to 1 o'clock, just extend your ray in this way as well. Just extend your line in this way as well. So this shows that from 1 to 7 it is how much? Straight line always represent 180 degree. So from 1 to 7 it is 2 right angles. See here, this is the first right angle and this is the second right angle, 180 degree, 2 right angles. From 7 to 10 another right angle, from 7 to 10 another right angle. So totally how many right angles it has covered? From 1 to 7 2 right angles, from 7 to 10 another right angle. So totally it has covered 3 right angles. So 3 right angles means it is 3/4 of the revolution. So from 1 to 10 it has covered 3/4 of the revolution, which is covered, our hand is covered 3/4 of the revolution from 1 to 10. Last one is 6 to 3. So your starting point is what here? So your starting point is 6 and your end point is 3. So this is your starting point and your end point is 3, means we need to find out this. It has started and we have to move in a clockwise direction. So move in a clockwise direction. So this area, or sorry, that angle we have to find out here. So from 6 to 12, see here, 6 to 12, how much it is? 180 degree, right? Because from 6 to 9 one right angle, from 9 to 12 another right angle. So totally from 6 to 12 180 degree, means 2 right angles it has covered. And from 12 to 3 another right angle. So totally it has covered 3 right angles. So 3 right angles means it is 3/4 of the revolution. So right here 3/4 of the revolution. So one revolution means 360, and when you make 4 parts in 360, you will get the first part will be named as 1/4 of the revolution, and if you take 2 parts of the 360, that is what the half of the revolution. If you take third part of the total revolution, that is 3/4 of the revolution, then if you consider all the 4 parts, that is what one complete revolution. So this is all about the first main. Well students, now we are in the second main of the exercise 5.2, and that reads like, where will the hand of a clock stop if it starts at 12 and makes half revolution clockwise? Which means our hand has started at 12 and it is making half revolution in a clockwise direction, then where will it stop? That we need to find out. So your clock has, your hand of a clock has started from 12 and it will make half revolution. So half revolution means it has to cover 2 right angles. So imagine that. And also one more thing you have to notice, if a hand of a clock covers 90 degree, if a hand of a clock covers 90 degree like this, then indirectly it will have covered 4 units from the starting point. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4. At the 4th unit, your hand will have reached and covered a 90 degree. See here, this is the starting point and this is your end point. So it has covered 90 degree. If the hand of a clock has covered a 90 degree, then indirectly it will have covered how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if the hand of a clock covers 180 degree, means half revolution, then it will have covered indirectly how many units? 8 units. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. See here, now what is the angle it has covered? It has covered 90 degree, and how many units it has covered? 8 units. So is that simple? Okay, let us use this trick for the first question. So let's solve the first question once again. Yes, the first question that reads like, your clock, the hand of a clock has started at 12 and made half revolution clockwise. So half revolution, as I said, half revolution means how many units it has to cover? 8 units. So just count and tell now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally 8. So it will have reached at 6. So right here. Next, starts at 2 and makes half revolution. So half revolution means again how many units you have to cover? 8 units. So start from your starting point. So your starting point is 2 and you have to make half revolution. So count 8 units from 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will have stopped at 8 if it makes half revolution like this. So it will have stopped at 8. Then starting point is 5 and it is making what revolution? 1/4 revolution. So 1/4 revolution means only 4 units. So your starting point is 5 and making 1/4 revolution. So this is your starting point. Count to 4 points. 1, count 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is what your 1/4 revolution. So it has started from 5 and it has stopped at 8 after making 1/4 revolution. So it is 8 as well, correct or not? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's right. Then if I started from 5 and makes a 3/4 revolution, so 1/4 revolution means 4 units, half revolution means 8 units, whereas 3/4 revolution means 12 units you have to count from 5. Let us begin now. So your starting point is 5. Start counting 12 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will have stopped at 2 if it makes 3/4 revolution in the clockwise direction. Well students, now we are solving the third question of the exercise 5.2 and that reads like, which direction will you face if you start facing east? Which means right now you are facing east and you are making half revolution clockwise, and where will you face after making half revolution? So right now where you are facing, towards which direction you are facing? Towards east you are facing, and you are making half revolution. So half revolution means 2 right angles we have to cover. So 1 right angle, so I have to move in this direction because this is the right clockwise direction. So half revolution means 2 right angles, 1 right angle right now and another right angle. So which direction I have reached? I have reached west direction, which means I will be facing, or you will be facing west direction. So that after making half revolution from east, you will be facing west direction. Next, right now again you are standing and facing towards east, and this time you are making 1.5 revolution. So 1.5 revolution means 1 complete revolution, afterwards again another half revolution. So see here, this is the west direction, this is the east direction right now you are facing, and you made 1 complete revolution and you have reached your original point. Still another half revolution you have to make. So half revolution means another half. So again you have reached west direction, and you will be facing west direction after making how much revolution? 1.5 revolution. So right now you will be facing west, right? Let's go for the next one. Right now you are facing west direction, and you need to make what revolution? 3/4 revolution, but in which direction? Anti-clockwise. Be careful about that. So right now your direction is west, and you need to make 3/4 revolution. So anti-clockwise. 3/4 revolution means how many right angles? 3 right angles. So 1, 2, 3. So I have moved in anti-clockwise direction and I covered 3 right angles. So which means I have covered 3/4 of the revolution, and finally I have reached the north direction. Similarly, you have right now in the west direction, and you are making 3/4 revolution in an anti-clockwise direction, and finally where you will be facing? You will be facing in the north direction after covering 3/4 revolution in anti-clockwise direction. Now right now you are facing south. And if you make 1 full revolution, then where will you reach, or in which direction you will be facing? So always remember that whenever if you make a full revolution, then you will end up at the same point where you started. So right now you are facing towards south. So if you make full revolution, be it in clockwise or anti-clockwise, it doesn't matter, but you are starting from the south direction, and after making 1 full revolution you will always end the same direction where you have started. So see here, right now you have started, or you are facing south. So if you make 1 complete revolution like this, then you will end and you will be facing in the same direction, that is south. Well students, now we are solving the 4th main of the exercise 5.2, and your first question that reads like, what part of the revolution have you turned through, or will you cover if you stand facing east and turn clockwise to face the north? Which means if you start from the east direction and if you turn clockwise and if you face north, then what part of the revolution you will have covered? So first starting point is east, means you have right now you are facing east direction and you need to turn clockwise and you have to face north. See here, first I have started and I have to reach which direction? I have to reach north direction and I have to face north now. So see here, how many right angles I have covered first? Just identify. First right angle, second right angle and third right angle. So 3 right angles means it is 3/4 revolution, correct? So after making 3/4 revolution, you will be facing north direction. So 3/4 revolution. Next, right now your starting point is south and you need to move in a clockwise direction by making or by reaching the east direction. So south clockwise east. So south, starting point is south, clockwise, and in which direction you have to face? East direction. So first 90 degree, first right angle, second right angle, third right angle, and right now you are facing which direction? You are facing east direction. Then you have covered which part of the revolution? See here, how many right angles I have covered? First, second, third. So 3 right angles means it is always 3/4 of the revolution. So after making 3/4 of the revolution, I have facing or I will be facing east direction by starting south direction. Your next question is, right now your starting point, or you are facing west direction and you need to turn clockwise. And to face east, west to east. So right now you are here, you are facing west direction and you have reached east and you are facing west. Then what part of the revolution I have covered now, or I have turned through? So it is half, because 2 right angles. So 2 right angles means 180 degree. So 180 degree means it is half revolution. So that half revolution.